next time they wrestle at home, are you gonna come out and you gonna watch?
Yeah, I'll watch.
Okay. So, um,
What? He's smiling when you're there.
it just I like your I do like your enthusiasm about everything, and that's kind of the attitude you got to have when you go into something. You got to have that winning mentality. Um, you got a big week this week for you coming up, Avery. Talking to you about that. Wednesday is National Signing Day, the winter edition. Normally, you'd have to wait till February, but are you excited about officially getting it done and being done with that?
Really?
Oh,
Hi guys.
Hello.
um,
We're live over the live now too. By the way,
Yeah, live.
we got a new computer. It wasn't acting right. It's acting right now. We're good to go.
um, so Wednesday you got your national signing day and everything. Are you excited about that? Are you what's going through your head about all that?
I'm excited, but I was also surprised. What is it called? I'm excited, but I was also surprised, right? Because I knew it was coming in, like the folder they were sending out for us to sign, right? But when it got sent to me and I started reading it, I was like, oh crap, it has a date on this thing. I'm not gonna sign the spot. I was like, I'm gonna probably gonna sign it probably in just January after next school year, sign it then, all right? But then it said on December 3rd, you sign. And I'm like, okay. And then called up Coach Ferg. I was like, hey, can we get this done? He's like, yeah, we can. So I'm excited now, though.
He was worried about losing it.
Oh yeah,
Signing
I gave it right to Coach Ferg and Miss Dana because I thought I was gonna lose it. I thought I was
So
gonna lose it
you're
bad.
trying to tell me that you ain't old enough yet to keep a hold of
Oh
important
no,
stuff like that?
I'm old enough to
What
keep
are you
it.
gonna do come next
He
fall?
lost his keys.
No, I did not lose nothing.
He drove his mom's car here.
What are you gonna do come next fall? And they get you in up there to Annapolis, and they get you on the bus, get you off the bus, and all you do is you start carrying folders and folders of all kinds of stuff, and they march you from one building to the other and get you through the process and everything. You can't sit there and give it to Coach Ferg or to your mom.
Oh yeah,
What I mean, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna say aye, Captain, and keep watch over it. You know.
Move that mic to you, Avery. Thank you. Hey,
Uh,
we'll have another mic next time you come visit us too.
Okay.
We're growing this thing.
if you want to hold it, you can hold it, and whatever
Sing songs.
Um,
Kyle said he don't want to talk. Here's another one. Hey, it's purple too.
Okay, well,
so, is anybody else signing Wednesday, or is it just going to be you? Because I know normally, don't the school have like a signing day, and where they have like 4 or 5 athletes, or wherever they're going to do? Do they do like a
Sometimes.
spring or a winter or something like that?
My sophomore year, they did like a bunch of people
Yeah.
that signed, but then last year, like everybody kind of signed separately.
Okay.
So I really don't know what they're gonna do.
But so did you ever sit there and think that when you sit down and you got you know people taking pictures and you got the folder in front of you, um, do you think it was just a blank piece of paper that you're acting like and you're acting like you're signing it, or
Oh yeah.
did you not know that it was the official document and that you have to make sure you sign it
Mhm.
correctly and you know
No, I thought it was all just for show, to be honest. Like they're just up there signing, like, hey, kind of thing. But no, it's actually the real thing.
yes. So even um, let me see, 1989. We'll go all the way back then. Even when I signed, and I've got a picture, I've got the clippings from the newspaper. There was no podcasting, no video, stuff like that. But it was official, and I signed. So when I actually signed, that's when I actually signed my scholarship to
Mhm.
Tech was during that time and everything. You got plans. You got a lot of people coming out for that. And what is your plans on who's going to be in the picture? Who's going to sit there and be with you? Um, you got a ton of people wanting to be in the picture with you and everything, or So what's you gonna have throwing a party afterwards? Cupcakes, giving out cupcakes to teammates and stuff, or
I think cupcakes are a part of it. Like there's gonna be cupcakes and stuff. But honestly, take a picture with me. I guess just my entire family, you know, because couldn't do it without all of them. So
True.
can't leave nobody out.
So your sister coming in,
Hmm.
she's coming in to sit there for it, and
What are you doing, Sean? Put those hands down. We're on YouTube live. Don't no no no.
You know we have to keep on trolling.
Yeah, but yeah, I think she's gonna be there. She's actually here till school year starts up next year, next semester.
next
So.
okay, so she's already on winter break.
Hmm.
So
Yes, sir.
um, the other thing that's coming this week with you, actually, that happened last week. You got your official letter to be invited to the Army Navy game. Naval Academy's bringing you to that game. We talked a little bit last week about it. When you try to bring recruits in, you try to bring them in to certain games that's really going to catch their eye. It's normally the first home game, it's homecoming, or it's one of the biggest rivalries that you've got if you're playing them at home because you can't sit there and bring a recruit in on the road. You can only do it for home games. So with Navy being a home game this year against Army, um, I think that game, selecting you for that game means that you're really high on their list on the recruiting part of it, and also for them to sit there and to honor the scholarship after you got hurt. Also tells you that they understand what's going on, and that's a different outlook also with the academies. Um, I know me and Coach Thayer and Kyle were talking about this last week a little bit. With the academies, they know once you sign, even though you got to your junior year, you got 2 years to leave if you want. You leave for whatever reason, just not for me. I can go. So day one of your junior year, and they'll tell you this. And once you sign, you have to sign that day. You have to sign a piece of paper saying that you are now committed, and now you are actually committed to
Hmm.
Navy, the service, not so much as the academy, but to the service. Now you have to do your other 2 years, and like Coach Lair said, pick your MOS, and then decide what field you're going into, and then do your service and all that. But for them to sit there and they're not worried about the kids and NIL deals and leaving and this and that. So I really do think it really shows a lot of good intentions on their part that they're going to sit there and keep you, even though they know you've got an injury. Um, they'll, once they get a hold of you, they'll rehab you, make sure that that they uh, you're at where they need you to be, and I think you can be ready to go in the fall, um, and participate in everything. Will you play as a freshman? Probably not, but so much you're going to learn. It's going to be funny when you do come back, because most kids who go to college and they play and they come back to the high school, you think that they just they just learn how to play because they come back and, oh my God, this is how we do it. We do it like this and we do it like this, and they're teaching us this technique, and y'all taught us this, but man, you have to do it like this, and it's like your brain is just going. There's so much that they put in just playing football. There's so much to learn still. Um, it's funny to talk to kids when they come back after that first semester. Um, a lot of kids that even when they go to smaller schools, they come back during Christmas break or something, and you see them and talk to them. Hey, how's practice going? Oh, they taught us this, and they said we need to do this instead of how you taught us because this is da 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 da. And exactly, you have to step up your game because you're not playing against a high school kid no more. You're playing against great high school kids that are all there. Have you reached out? Well, let me go back to. Are you excited about going to the game?
Hmm.
Um, you
For
know,
sure.
it is the once you decided to go with Naval Academy, is that a game that you was hoping to go to and you was hoping to see or to watch, or you just was hoping just to go to a game?
Yeah, I was just hoping to go to a game. I was like, man, I want to see him.
So so about that game? Have you watched that game before? Have you really put any thought into it until this year?
No, not till this year.
And so have you ever sat there and thought about when they show, because they'll sit there and show the cadets coming into the stadium, and that's one thing that they do show from both from West Point and from the Naval Academy and everything. Now that that's going to be you, if like next year if you're not playing and you get redshirted, that will be you marching into the stadium to watch the game. Don't know if they'll have you on the sidelines or anything like that. Um, where so let me ask you this. I know you've already booked your flights and everything. They're going to have a section for where the players sit, who's coming in coming in to watch a game, so you'll be sitting with other recruits and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know where you're sitting at?
I do not know yet. I don't
So
know yet.
I didn't know if they told you that, or if you know what your tickets
Yeah.
show, or what. Um, so for anybody else that doesn't know, what city are y'all playing in?
Baltimore.
So you're gonna play at where the Ravens play.
Mm-hmm.
And for something like this, they'll usually either go to Philadelphia or Baltimore. And Baltimore is just down the road from
Yeah,
Annapolis.
30 minutes.
Yep. And so it's
A tough 30 minutes on some days. So.
When are y'all leaving out?
We are leaving out, I think, night before, and then leaving.
Flying over there?
Yeah, flying the night before, then sleeping, like staying there
Yeah.
overnight after the game, and then leaving that morning.
So you flying to Baltimore, or you flying to Annapolis?
Baltimore.
Okay. And just gonna meet them at the gate wherever you're supposed to meet them at. And then have they told you anything else? You're just gonna go to the game and
Yeah,
watch,
just
and
the
then
game.
afterwards.
They can't do like any I guess like recruiting while during the game. So I'm like they got me the tickets, all that stuff.
So they're not gonna talk to you. Can they talk to you after the game?
They might be able to.
I know. So I know when, like my son, we were invited to Mississippi State, and got to go down there. We got to go on the field
Mhm.
as they warmed up and did pregame and all that. Had a couple coaches come by every now and then, say hey and all that. And then we sat in the stands with the rest of everybody, and then afterwards we just kind of left.
Mhm.
Same way at UT. He was invited up there to the UT Kentucky game. Got to go up there, sit in the end zone where the recruits sit and all that. Got to be on the field before, so I figured they'll have you on the field,
Mhm.
and then before everything happens, they'll get you in the stands, put you up there, and just watch the game. And afterwards, you're done. You're on your own, type of thing. So, you plan on coming back the next day after the game? Y'all going to tear Baltimore up? You, your dad, and
Oh, my
your
pops.
pops.
Yes, sir.
Everything.
Oh yeah.
You can take pops out, show them a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh, he might show me a good time. He's like, cause he goes to he's been to the he's been anywhere in the world, so he like knows the most random stuff. Like the other day, we were on a recruiting visit. Me, Keelan, AB, and someone else, and Pops was driving us, and he drove up to a Wendy's, and he was like, I know Wendy.
Everybody knows.
And I'm
Wendy's.
like, what the heck are you talking about? But he was like newer or something. I don't know. And he just went on this long conversation, and it doesn't stop. But nah, it's crazy how much he knows. So he might be showing me around Baltimore. I don't know.
Coach, say you got any questions?
I don't. When are you leaving?
The 12th, I think.
What day is that? Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I
So
think
you
so.
staying one night, 2 nights. What time's the game?
Technically staying 2 nights.
What time's the game?
Like
Do you know?
2,
2.
2, 3.
Okay. Just wondering.
Uh,
So you like seafood? They're like crabs and stuff like that's real famous over there.
I do like crab. I do like crab. Seafood, like I'll eat some fish.
But crab isn't
Shrimp,
seafood.
no. I'll eat crab legs. I'll eat some fish, but like no shrimp, stuff like that.
I've always wanted a soft shell crab. I've never had one before. Wonder if they're any good. You ever had one?
No, I just they're just crab legs is what I've had. Huh?
Just crab.
Just crab.
Just crab.
I don't know how they cook it. I just crab.
That's cool. I was just wondering. I've always wanted a soft shell crab
Uh-huh.
sandwich, but I don't know. It may be crabby.
Oh yeah, it might be too crabby.
We're going to take a short break here. When we come back, we'll stay with football just for a second.
Christmas is
and,
right around the...
We'll talk about the playoffs, and then we'll switch over to talking about basketball with these three here. Again, you're listening to Off the Rails Sports Saturday on the Portland Sports Network.
Christmas is right around the corner, and so is Graphic Obsessions on Main and Portland. Tell them about it, Elfie.
Wow, Graphic Obsessions has so much cool stuff, Santa. The new location on Main is packed with all kinds of gifts for everyone. They even do embroidery and have a custom hat bar.
Sounds like I need to get to Graphic Obsessions soon and get my list all taken care of.
Graphic Obsessions on Main and Portland. Visit our Facebook page today or stop in and see us.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Graphic Obsessions on Main is your Portland Panther football headquarters for Panther apparel. Don't see it in your size? Just ask, and we'll print it on your size in minutes. From t-shirts and caps to hoodies and more, Graphic Obsessions on Main has what you need to support the Panther football season. Stop in today or visit our Facebook page. Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Touchdown! Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9:30 to 3.
Welcome back, Panther fans. You're listening to the second episode of Off the Rails here on Portland Sports Network. We have Avery Hughes, Sean Sebring, and Will Cottle with us this morning. Talked a little bit about football. We're going to continue the talk right now, just a little bit as we go through the scores from last night from the TSSAA. If not the scores, at least who's going to the state championship. Coach Lair, do you have the scores, or do you?
Well, I already know who's going to state championship in one game because I'm going, Franklin Road Academy. Woo, woo. But, yeah, let me get him up here real quick. And thanks for bearing with us on the sound and stuff. Had a new laptop, needed to get it juiced in, ready to go. Class 1A South Pitt, of course, beat Caulfield 35-7. McKenzie over Fayetteville 39-0. And 2A Marion County at Eagleton beat Eagleton 33-14. Huntington beat Milan 35-34. That'd been a good game to watch. Gatlinburg Pittman over Chattanooga Tyner 23-20. Westview beat Covington 40-34. Alcoa beat Greenville pretty handily 35-7. Pearl-Cohn beat South Gibson 42-28. Sevier County beat Halls 49-13. You know, Halls has really grown as a town. Halls used to be a little bitty old podunk town.
I just know that Knox Halls used to be really big. Them and Dobbins Bennett used to be real big over in the Knoxville area back when I played.
So is it Knox Halls? It's not Halls, Tennessee?
I'm thinking it's Knox Halls.
Okay, that
I
would
could be
make
wrong.
sense because Halls, Tennessee, dude, it had like one bathroom
What-
and maybe one gas station.
What division was that in?
5A. That's
Yeah,
why I
that
was
should be
freaking
Knox
out.
Halls.
Like,
Should be-
good God, they've grown.
Should be Knox Halls.
But why wouldn't it say Knox Halls if there's a Halls, Tennessee as well, right?
Yeah.
You need to be clarify this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Page beat Centennial 43-21. 6A Oakland beat Blackman 42-14. And Ravenwood beat Southwind 28-25. I guess it still says fourth quarter.
Well,
So
I
we're
do
hoping.
know Thursday's games. So the private schools will play Thursday, and then the 3 classifications will play Friday, and then 3 more will play the odd numbers of classifications will play Friday, and the even numbers will play Saturday.
Yeah, and the people down in Jasper are mad because South Pitt plays one day, then Marion County plays the next, and they probably would have sat through both games. So now they'll have to go down there twice for your fair weather kind of guys that want to watch it all.
So I do know Thursday at 11 o'clock, FRA will play BGA in the Division II AA.
Go Panthers.
Game. At 3 o'clock, once they get the stadium cleared, and so you used to be able to buy an all-day pass. And what they did was, if you bought an all-day pass, after one game, you clear the stadium, you'd have to leave, and then get back in line and come back through and everything. But at 3 o'clock, the Division II, which is a private school, single A, it will be University School of Jackson versus Nashville Christian at 3 o'clock.
And is that kid going to flip to Vanderbilt today?
I
this
have
week?
no idea.
That's a big news here. He's sitting
Yeah.
on Vanderbilt. All I'm knowing is if I'm Georgia dude and he's committed to me and he's sitting on the Vanderbilt sideline with a Vanderbilt coat on, I'm gonna go, bro, what's going on?
Yeah,
That's just me.
just throw some
So
more stuff at him.
that's cool. I think it's a pretty hot little topic though, right there. Vanderbilt pulled #1 quarterback in that class.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty big for them.
Well, I know the coach just signed an extension, so he's there
Yeah,
for
for
the next
6
6 years.
years.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's going to be big. That's what
So little brother's talking a lot of crap this week. So we're letting them talk all the crap they want to.
Well,
Little Pavia, 28, 29 years old. Um, but that's okay. We'll see, huh?
Beat the phones.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So
Oh Lord. No wonder this show's gonna have the lowest ratings ever.
so at 7 o'clock Thursday night, you'll have the AAA Division II AAA game, which will be Baylor versus Brentwood Academy. I
And
think
Baylor's
Baylor,
gonna win that pretty
Baylor should win
easily.
it again. It goes back
Whoever's
to
a boarding school team in it is gonna win it.
Brentwood Academy is playing good. I just don't know if they have what it takes to deal with.
They
I
don't have
think
that
anybody has
George kid
with
at
Baylor.
running back. That guy
So,
is a hoss, man.
Friday, the game started at 11 o'clock again. It'll be the 3A
And this is
division.
Eastern time, by the way.
Yeah. So at 11 o'clock Eastern time,
It
Gatlinburg Pigman
matters.
will play Westview. I know Westview.
If you're going, it does.
Westview has Simpson, the younger brother of Simpson from Alabama. His younger brother.
Yeah, he's a
is
junior,
yeah,
sophomore.
Yeah, and he's getting recruited by everybody. And so it's one of those throw it around, pass it around type of teams there. Gatlinburg Pittman, I talked about them last week. They were really high on everybody's list to be here at the beginning of the year. They've really come forward with them and another team over there, Sevier County. But at 11 o'clock, Gatlinburg Pittman play Westview. At 3 o'clock, I'm sorry, South Pittsburgh will play McKenzie. That's a long haul for McKenzie's over there by Paris, Tennessee, right
Yeah.
there by UT Martin.
South Pitt's an easier drive for them.
And so for them to make that trek all the way over to Chattanooga, that's why I think they really need to find a place to have it central in Tennessee to help these teams out. Cookeville was nice. Maybe they'll try to get it back once they get the stadium built, the new addition over there at Cookeville to get that built and everything.
I'm going with South Pitt for the win.
But I'm hearing there's a lot of cities that once they get the state championships,
they wish they didn't have them.
They wish they didn't have them because everything.
It's a lot of work, dude.
It is.
It really is.
And it brings a lot of money in, but you do have to. There is a lot of work for the city to do to make that happen, and that's one thing Cookeville does not have. It's centrally located. It's a nice stadium there at Tucker Stadium, overall field at TTU. You don't have the hotels that you think you would have, like in Nashville or Knoxville or Memphis or Chattanooga.
Well, it's
or
not
like
a
that.
tourist destination
It's
kind
not.
of thing. It's your
Um,
hotels are built around business and what the college will pull in during a weekend
Yep.
football game. But there's not
And,
a lot more than that going on. in
It's
Cookeville.
bigger. Cookeville's bigger than what people think.
Got a nice Holiday Inn Express with the restaurant on
I will
top
say
that I
it's-
highly
it's- that's one of
recommend.
the first
Let's
ones
get some good
that's-
food up there. You
so
ain't got to get
I-
out of the hotel.
You bring some new stuff in like that. I think you can probably get it back to there, especially with the new. It's going to be the west side of the stadium is being rebuilt right now. The last steel girder was put in place 2 weeks ago, so it's kind of like Titan Stadium. The last piece of steel was put in place for the new Titan Stadium a couple weeks ago, and so everything else will start coming together there. Anyway, 5A will play at 7 p.m. on Friday night. That's Sevier County versus Page. I think this is
Be a
where-
good game.
This is where Page finds a team that will kind of compete with them. Which one? Page will play Sevier County. So it's
That was the same thing last year, right?
Sevier County.
Yeah, I don't know who they played
could've
last
been.
year.
They were the
So
same thing.
I think Sevier County either won it, I think, or I think they beat Page last
Well,
year.
yeah, Page is the Buffalo Bills. They've
I was
lost
going to
what,
say that's
5 in a row,
Yeah.
4 in a row.
Yep, they went.
But hey,
forward.
give me the 4 in a row.
No.
People shame people for that. I'm going, dude, I'm in the championship game 4 or 5 straight
Yeah.
years. You can shame me all you want to. There's a lot of teams who went home after week 1 or didn't even get there. So go ahead and call me out. Call me out if you want to. But you know what I'm saying? How did people turn that into a loser mentality? Like the Bills, they were the second best team in the NFL for 4 straight years. But all they're remembered for is not winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Huh?
They
This year's the Chiefs? I don't think so. They're struggling. But you know what? They ain't the only good team struggling. The Eagles are like right on the edge too. But the Chiefs may be out of the playoffs, so that's what aggravated me. But anyway, sorry.
Same with the Titans, dude. They're struggling.
Yeah, they're struggling from the ground up, dude. Let me just tell you.
Starting with Saturday games. Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, the 4A game, Alcoa versus Pearl Cone. Um, will be played. This is Alcoa's first time in 4A. They were dominating 3A. Been to like 14 of the past 16 state championship games.
You got to put your word. You got to go with them. I
They
think.
move up to 4A, and
No
they
way you
played
don't.
Pearl Cone. Pearl
You
Cone played
you
last
don't.
year.
There's no way you don't.
There's no way.
Yeah,
You don't.
Alcoa is a
Until
different breed.
somebody starts beating them,
Yeah.
And
you
part of
gotta.
it is you've got athletes there, but it's also the coaching staff has been there for a long time. They know how to play 15 games in a year. They know what it's going to take. They know how to practice during the year to get your kids to game 15.
They don't sell your parents a house unless you've got a pedigree. You
I-
got to have a 10-year-old kid
and
that's passes these little physical tests
What's
kind of
funny is
stuff.
I've been to Alcoa and Maryville and Ashley. Have you ever been to Cookville? It's like Cookville and Allgood. It's just a street that
Yeah,
separates Alcoa and Maryville.
yeah,
It's like
it's
this is
a good place
Alcoa.
to
You
stay
cross
when
the
you're waiting
street
to go
over.
UT football game the night before.
This is Maryville, so it's just it's funny, how close they are, and one 6A and one is now 4A and everything, and that should be you got to go with Alcoa on that one there. The 3 o'clock game will be Marion versus Huntington there. I know Marion County was big time. We got some recruits from Marion County back when I was at Tech in the early '90s. I know they have a tradition of having a good football team there, so I guess it looks like they're back. Huntington has been here the last couple of years or close to it in the semifinals, so they've got winning football right there. So again, Huntington, I think, coming from West Tennessee, having to go all the way over to, that's where you're playing on a Saturday. That's different because you normally play on a Friday night. You go over on a Thursday, get there Thursday night, stay in the hotel. Friday, go to a local school or local college, do your practice walk through on Friday, and then you show up on Saturday. You go on Greyhounds or on a charter bus type of thing, um, and then the
And Marion County's so close to South Pitt. I'm actually gonna, while you're talking, figure out how
how
far
close,
apart they are.
and then 7 o'clock Saturday night, the 6A game, which will be Oakland versus Ravenwood. That's going to be two Murfreesboro schools going at each other. They know each other. They know the coaching staff knows each other. And I want to say, if you're looking at things, uh, I want to say they played each other this year. Um,
They're 13 minutes apart,
yeah, it's just
and you can buy pans and everything when you go to South Pitt.
I think Ravenwood beats
Huh?
them. I think Ravenwood got some.
huh?
I think Ravenwood got some.
Ravenwood. You think they're going to beat Oakland? Have you watched Oakland?
Oakland's pretty
I
good.
know
No,
Oakland's
yeah.
pretty good, but
Oakland is.
Ravenwood's got two
Crazy good.
D1 quarterbacks
I
too,
remember
I
when.
love their.
which is kind of weird. It's bizarre how they got two D1
I mean, that's
guys.
why. That's why I got. That's why I got to go with Ravenwood.
Right.
I mean, Navy commit at quarterback.
But you know what? Vanderbilt's got an NAIA quarterback, and they're 12th ranked in the country. So that stuff, does that really mean anything anymore? Like, isn't that kind of bizarre? And UT's got a walk-on NAIA quarterback that.
I remember.
So that is bizarre as all get out, right? There was neither one of those got 5-star, 4-star, any star quarterback starting for both teams, and they're both ranked in the top 20. So that star stuff doesn't always mean all that much.
I can tell you that right now.
But that proves it more than anything, I believe. And Tennessee's got a 5 and a 4-star sitting on the bench, and they got this kid that almost quit football. And the same thing with Vanderbilt. I mean, think about it. It's kind of, as long as you don't give up on yourself, then you got a chance.
Well, what's funny is like Oakland, because of the coaches that have been there, you think, oh man, they must be running this wide open offense and stuff, and they really are truly. They are kind of a wing T type of offense and everything. It's just when you have people that are 6'4", 6'5", you know, yeah, you've got athletes. It's like you take these guys, the linemen are averaging 300 pounds. They're 6'3" is what their average is. Uh, your athletes, quarterbacks and running backs are all 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". You know, speed guys. You put that in a any type of offense, you're gonna prevail. And so that's what was funny last night watching. You kind of watch rivalry week last night, and today. Everybody has the Tennessee Vanderbilt game. You have the Texas A&M game. You got number 3 going against Texas. Texas shouldn't have had a inkling of a shot and everything. And look what happens when you play Arizona State and Arizona. Arizona State was better than Arizona, but Arizona's the one that came out. Um, a game, anything can happen during a game, and um, so you're picking Ravenwood over Oakland.
Yeah,
Is what
I
you too?
remember watching Beach when they were 6A my sophomore year, I think. Before they moved, no, they were 6A my freshman year, right? And then sophomore year they became 5A. It was one of them, but I watched them in the playoffs go against Oakland, and then Oakland just dog walked them. And this was back when they had like all their players, like they were great,
Right.
big senior class, and Oakland literally just dog walked them, and it was. I remember that, but I think I got to go with Ravenwood because Navy quarterback back there. So
So let me ask you this: do you talk to him a lot? Have you all reached out and tried to
not
communicate
really.
with you? Why not?
No, I don't know. I just.
Avery don't
I'm,
talk to nobody.
I don't. Yeah, I don't talk to no. I don't text nobody. Don't call. I don't.
Yeah, Avery's not a very talkative person, is
You
he?
gotta
Oh,
call him
trust me,
sometime.
I know.
Tell him to pick up.
I don't know.
I'm going to
I,
hook.
I was surprised to get a text from him Thanksgiving Day to tell me Happy Thanksgiving. And the thing is I laughed because he sent it to me on Instagram, and not just for guys. Like, dude, you got my number.
Yeah, I
You know.
do.
But then again, I sit there and we're y'all out. I sat there and kind of didn't send a whole lot of stuff to you. I sent these two guys stuff this past couple of days. I'll sit there and look at stuff, and I find something on Instagram football wise. I'm like, oh, there's Sean, there's Will, there's Coach Lamberth. So they get wore out. There's Coach Rocky. So
No,
I love
accidentally.
seeing the notification pop up. I'm like, yeah. And some of these videos I've like already watched, and I'll just go back and rewatch.
No, I got scared because I was on Instagram when I went to click on your name and all that stuff, and then someone started talking to me, so I was like looking up, talking to them. I looked back, my phone's shaking because I accidentally called you on Instagram. I'm like, oh no, and I'm like, I'm not good with technology, so I for 15 seconds I'm trying to
what?
hang up, and it's not hanging up, and I finally hung up, and then I was like, my fault, didn't mean to call you, but happy Thanksgiving.
So let me ask you this: what are you trying to do when you go into the Naval Academy? What are you trying to study?
Um, some type of engineering. On my for senior night, I did aerospace, but I might do aerospace. I feel like aerospace would be good, but then I might do structural engineering, um, or go into like marine and naval engineering, like building ships, submarines, all that stuff.
And
Just build something.
you're not
I
you're
don't
not
know.
good with technology.
I'm not good with
Do you,
technology. I
do
mean,
you,
I
do you
can.
think they do all this with a compass and a pencil
I
and
mean, I can learn.
a
I'm good.
protractor?
I'm good. I'm good enough with technology. Let's just say that. I'm
just
good
tell
enough.
just tell AI what you want. It'll do it for you.
Exactly.
So
That's
you're
what I'm
cheating that
saying.
way. You don't know. You
No,
don't
no,
learn
no, no.
nothing
I'm
that
not.
way.
Well, no, no. This is my thing. This is my thing, right?
Don't
I
talk to me
think.
about using AI.
Oh, don't.
No, no,
You know
no.
what's kind you
Well, you
Go
do.
ahead. We're amongst friends.
cheated on an essay, got caught, got a 0, and he had to go. Teacher almost made him go to the board of education for Vol State
For what?
because he cheated on an essay.
How did he cheat on
Can't
the
do it
essay?
himself.
Well, AI is not cheating. You had to be smart enough to load the app,
Exactly.
understand the app, and ask the right questions. I
Put my
mean,
sources in there.
I would have gave him an A+ for doing AI because
There's
that's the way of the future.
There's people like me who grind 4 hours, like multiple days.
I would have failed
just
you
to
because I
drop
said,
a
why didn't you
75 on an essay.
why didn't you use AI?
Oh,
First down to the
first day, I had 2 quizzes the first day. I wasn't gonna do that.
See, I would have gave the A to the AI guy, saying you're intelligent. You researched it. You thought work smarter, not harder.
Will not leaving you out here. Are you good with technology? Can you?
And make sure you move the mic when you answer your question. That part will never change. The mic's got to be in your face so people to hear you.
Uh, I wouldn't say I'm awful at technology, but I'm definitely not the best at it. Like I still have a lot of stuff I don't know, but I don't use AI. That's one thing I don't use. I want to put in I feel more accomplished whenever I know I did it myself than whenever I just asked AI to do it. So
So let me ask you this: they're talking about it was on the news the other day. I happened to see. I don't watch news very much, but they were talking about the number one song in the country for the week was done by AI. So so y'all get on TikTok,
What song was that, Coach?
huh?
Oh, man.
What song is it? That'd be interesting.
I have to go back and listen. It's kind of it's a country song, number one country song.
And
of the
AI
week.
did a country
Hey,
song. That's
so
pretty
what? So
impressive.
what happens is
But the AI didn't sing it, right?
no. So here's what happens.
Oh,
Here's
they
what
wrote
do.
the
You
lyrics,
actually have people who write the lyrics. Here's what's going on. They're writing the lyrics, and then they tell AI, give me this song in country, and AI spits it out and has
You
somebody.
just got to put country words in there. So,
So here's another
y'all,
thing that's going
y'all
on.
instead of you,
Here,
and just
hold
stuff
on,
like
hold on.
that, and you got
So
her.
here's something else that they've done with AI. They've taken past songs. They've taken like say rap songs from Eminem, turned them into a blues, turned them into a country song.
Now they've done
Say-
that before
say- you see
AI.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's been
So
done
some
before
of that
AI.
stuff is pretty cool. You know, you're like, okay, you know the song, but then to sit there and put it into not so much as uh, you know the country part of it, but put it into a blues or into a soul type of R&B type of genre.
I'm just about AI for curing cancer. Cure cancer for us, AI.
I think they got
That's
the
kind of stuff that I'm going to. Your day to day stuff, nah. Except your essays, that's cool. Because you got to get using AI, right? If you don't know how to use it, how are you gonna cure cancer with it, right? So that's where I don't have a problem.
I think they know how to cure it. They just don't want to tell anybody because they lose a ton of money.
Yeah,
But that's just my opinion there. And so as the little promo before the show started, our views don't match.
Well, no one got to hear that. We'll bring that on the
Oh,
next
okay.
commercial. We'll
That's-
start it on the next commercial.
But I want to give a quick shout out and we'll close up football, talking football, with a shout out to Tennessee Tech University, the Golden Eagles football team. Won the OVC outright by beating UT Martin this past week. They got the automatic bid in the FCS playoffs. They're a 13 seed. They're actually first time in school history that I think they did. They won 11 games, or at least in 50 years that they won 11 games. They went pretty much. I think they went 11-1 or 10-1. The only loss was 2 weeks ago to Kentucky.
11-1.
And they went and lost up there to Kentucky.
Don't they play
And,
12 games in that level too?
They do at times. We played.
I'll
11
look it up
games.
while you're.
I know they had the longest win streak
Yeah.
by a team before they lost to Kentucky. Like they haven't lost in like a year before facing Kentucky.
But they're now a 13 seed. They played today at 12 o'clock at Tucker Field, at overall field, Tucker Stadium.
11-1.
And they played North Dakota, who came in with a bid.
Yeah, they're 7-5.
And so you're looking for a win there and go on to the second round where they play Tarleton. Tarleton State is who they would play if they win today. They'll play next week.
Yeah, they're number 5 in their FCS poll.
And
Just
so,
an FYI.
Just wanted to give a shout out to Coach Wilder and Tech football. You know, friends with a lot of my past players that I played with. Tech's getting a lot of love right now, and I'm really glad to see that because when they hired Coach Wilder, when Coach Alexander left and he actually went to Carson Newman and then went to Tennessee State, and then from Tennessee State he went to Bowling Green University. Coach Alexander, that was. They brought in Coach Wilder from Old Dominion. I know a lot of people wasn't really happy with the hire, and then his first year he didn't recruit any high school kids. He went all junior college. And now it's starting to pay off. And you know the attitude, he does a lot of stuff during the week. He brings you in. If you follow Tech football on Facebook, he'll bring you in every day and give you the phrase of the day. He has his players sit there and do stuff like that. He's really hyped and getting the players involved with the social media stuff. And it was funny because I was talking to Coach Lambert the other day, and we were talking about them building a new stadium. And I said, well, they've been in a trailer. The coaches have been in the trailer for the last 4 or 5 years because the stadium on the east side, actually, where the football offices were so bad and leaking water that they had to put them in a trailer and everything. So that's why you're getting the renovation there on the west side, and then eventually the east side will happen too later on. But I'm just good to see all the changes um, happening there and the success that they're having, and proud to sit there and say that I'm an alumni there and just happy for that right there. But with that,
And they get 8 first-round buys in the FCS. So the first-round buys: Lehigh, North Dakota State, Mercer, SFA. Sam, what's that? Sam.
oh,
That's
that's
a
Sam.
Texas school.
Yeah,
I can't even think of it.
Sam Houston. No,
No, it's Santa Fe, huh? Stephen F. Austin. Tarleton State, which you were going to play. Well, not we. I'm not tech, but I was. See, I'm your friend, though. I said we. No, I'm not saying we with you two guys. You pull that ugly keychains out, I'm never going to be we with you guys. But
Yeah,
Let's root for
I can tell
Charlotte.
you what. I can tell you what. Those
Someone draw.
keychains, the lanyards,
they
are
were
new.
free.
They're new. Look how
Mine's
clean
not.
they are.
Mine's tearing up.
They've
Well,
had
it
a
does bunny on mine.
does fun.
It's in my pocket.
Let's root for a true underdog
But,
in Charlotte today against Tulane.
So we're gonna go to a break here. When we come back, we'll go from football to basketball. We'll talk to these guys about basketball and how their season's coming along, what their outlook is, and everything, and getting ready to broadcast our first game on Portland Sports Network with basketball on December 2nd. But with that, we're gonna take a short break. You're listening to Off the Rails Sports Saturday on the Portland Sports Network. We'll be back.
Christmas is right around the corner, and so is Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Tell them about it, Elfie.
Wow, Graphic Obsessions has so much cool stuff, Santa. The new location on Main is packed with all kinds of gifts for everyone. They even do embroidery and have a custom hat bar.
Sounds like I need to get to Graphic Obsessions soon and get my list all taken care of.
Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Visit our Facebook page today or stop in and see us.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is in a larger space and has more to choose from than ever. Tons of Panther designs we can print in minutes. Tons of inventory you can grab right off the rack today. And the amazing new hat bar, where you can customize your own hat. See a design you love but not in your size? We'll print it in just minutes. So many unique gift items right in the store. With the holidays fast approaching, remember, shop early at Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Graphic Obsessions on Main is your Portland Panther football headquarters for Panther apparel. Don't see it in your size? Just ask, and we'll print it on your size in minutes. From t-shirts and caps to hoodies and more, Graphic Obsessions on Main has what you need to support the Panther football season. Stop in today or visit our Facebook page. Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Touchdown! Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9:30 to 3.
While the hosts and guests are encouraged to express their views, they don't necessarily reflect those of the management of Portland Sports Network, but they likely do.
Well, welcome back, Panther fans. You're listening to Off the Rails here on Sports Saturday, Panther Sports Network. Well, let's go with this conversation.
Well, one thing I want to know is, hand me this for a second. Did you bring this with you?
No.
Quarterback Club. We didn't eat all your food. The guests did. I know they said so. I just want them to know that us three aren't in here just eating these munchies for.
Turn around. You gotta make sure you're on there. Everybody will see your smiling face.
Just chowing down on their munchies.
The conversation we had as we was on break, as we come back. I want everybody to understand this. So the question was asked. Avery asked Sean, how do you eat your Cheez-Its? He says either you take the bag and you dump it all in your mouth, or you eat them one by one. Avery goes, no. How do you eat it in your mouth? So what are you trying to get at, Avery? This is the conversation these kids have, and these are their leaders coming in the next 4 or 5 years that we're having.
Okay.
You got a nuclear physicist over here for the Naval Academy, and we're trying to figure out how you chew Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So
We
there's
got AI to fill in for their blunders.
So there's the normal way where you just
Chew it up like a chip.
chew it up like a chip in the back of your mouth, right? But that's a problem because now you got Cheez-Its in those divots in the, you know what I'm talking
And that's
about?
why
Yeah,
you take
I know
your
what you're
drink.
talking about.
That's why you take your drink and switch it around and get
Yeah,
everything out.
or you eat them in the front of your mouth, so there's nothing, right?
You have divots in the front of your mouth too, though, right?
But they're
They're easier to
the
get to?
carnivore teeth, you know?
Okay.
They're like
Yeah, but
that.
then you get
Right.
stuck in the front of your teeth.
No, they don't get.
So when you
You have
smile,
gaps in your teeth?
when you smile, you've got
Well, some of
Cheez-Its
us
all in
do.
your teeth.
Well, that's
So-
why I picked out the perfect strategy, right? I put it in, right? And I just, I suck on it, right?
Okay.
Right? Until it becomes like,
Why don't you just swallow it whole like a pill then if you're worried about stuff in your teeth?
nah. So I suck on it, right? And I mash it up with like the top and bottom of my mouth.
But not your teeth. You keep them
But
out of
not
the
my teeth.
equation and then
Yeah.
swallow it.
And then I swallow it. I don't eat it with my
Hey,
teeth.
everybody's different. I
Like you
mean,
screw it with your tongue, like you press it up against the top.
how long does it take you to eat a pack of them, though? Is my thing, right?
I'll
You're
take it for a
doing
while.
you're doing one at a time like a cow, where you're regurgitating it and getting it all soft so it just
Wow.
goes down.
So is it just Cheez-Its that you do that with?
Oh yeah, just use it.
No, it isn't.
So-
And
So-
when did you learn that this is the
But
way
with
you
chip-
want to eat Cheez-Its? How
I
old
just
were you?
ran-
When he
randomly did it, I was
ate
like,
them and
man.
smiled at a girl and he had Cheez-Its all stuck in his teeth and they laughed at him.
I think I eat regular chips. I eat regular chips like towards the front of my mouth, just so I don't get it in the back of my teeth.
So you eating either Cheetos, crunchy or puffs. It don't matter. The puffs you can.
Oh,
the
puffs
puffs you can
I do
suck
this.
on.
Yeah,
I would
puffs I
say
do
puffs
this.
you're gonna
Puffs-
suck on.
Puffs, I do the same thing as regular Cheez-Its. Yeah,
You try to dissolve them in your mouth. The
Mhm.
crunchies you sit there and
yeah.
just-
Crunchies, I bite on with the front, towards the front of my teeth. Yeah.
Now how do you eat regular food then?
How do I eat regular?
So if you have a sandwich, your mom makes you a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Because
this week.
okay, do you take little small bites like a little mouse, or you sit there and bite and then all of a sudden you got the bread and
It's weird because the rule doesn't apply with like regular food. It's literally just chips.
Just chips.
Just chips.
And you know, chips are really not that good for you, right?
Yeah. I don't eat much of them, but when I do, that's what I do. Like with a cheeseburger, I'll just eat it. You know. I mean, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. It's just how I don't know.
No, you're good.
but it's
Yeah.
all you're also talking to that
The
that
Avery
kid.
way.
You're also talking to a kid who puts orange juice in his cereal. So,
Yeah,
and
well-
and
It's
not
not bad,
milk.
though. It's not bad.
It depends what kind of cereal you're eating, I would think. So, like, I would think, what's the
Only
little things
Cheerios.
if it's a little different colors? Fruit Loops, that might be good with Fruit Loops too.
Only good with Cheerios.
It's only Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios because you get the honey and the orange juice afterwards. You know. 'Cause you
I
always
could
get some left
see that,
over.
believe it or not.
You drink it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And that
That's
came
perfect.
about. That came about just like the
You
movie.
didn't have no milk.
The movie on Friday.
Yeah.
You had no milk.
Yeah, I had no
So-
milk.
That happens to everybody at
Yeah,
least
no
once
Instead of
in their
using
life.
water, you had orange juice.
Yeah, I had the
use.
orange juice.
And it's not anybody's fault because no one had the last person that we were out of milk when they were at
Yep.
the store. Like, did we need anything? No, we're good. Because they were too lazy to get up and look.
Exactly.
And then, boom, they didn't bring milk home.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, let's get into basketball, guys. We'll talk a little bit of girls basketball real quick. Let's go over there what they've done so far this year before we get into the boys. But the girls this past week ended up playing 4 games, and they ended up beating Gallatin 70-51. They lost to Mount Juliet during the Mount Juliet invitation, 29-68, and then they ended up beating Stewart's Creek. Excuse me, 53-42. And then they lost to Pearl Cone 54-74. They also ended up losing to Hendersonville the first game of the year. So that gives them a 2-3 record. Coming up this week on Tuesday, December 2nd, they have a rematch with Hendersonville at home. And then they also play Friday at home, December 5th, versus Gallatin. Both those games start at 6 o'clock. So come out. If you don't want to listen to Coach Thayer and Kyle talk on the podcast.
Why wouldn't you want to?
You can come out and listen, watch the game live.
You can do both.
Yeah, you can do both. You sit in the stands and listen to them because you can go. It's going to be live, so go to Portland Sports Network there on your YouTube and watch it or listen to it as you're watching it there in the stands. So, but again, we talked about the girls last week. You got to find a point guard, someone to kind of lead. Taya's been there for 4 years, and now she's gone. So you got to find the players that's going to step in and take that role. And that's kind of right now. You can have those losses to allow that to find everything before you get into district and region play, and and that doesn't come around until January and everything. The guys, the boys ended up beating Hendersonville the first game of the year. They went into last weekend and beat Gallatin 56-44. They went into the Mount Juliet Invitation Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They ended up beating Mount Juliet 71-68. And then they ended the invitation on Tuesday and Wednesday with 2 losses. A loss to Whites Creek 42-47, and then they lost to Upperman 54-70. They also have games coming this week, which will be Tuesday versus Hendersonville, and then also Friday against Gallatin. They play as soon as the girls are done, which should be around 7 o'clock is what the prediction is. So just whenever the game is done with the girls is when the boys take the court and play. But guys, let's talk a little bit about, I guess, of course, Avery, you're not playing. You're just probably just a headache for Coach Ferguson on the side there, talking all the time. But what are you doing right now since you can't play? Kind of what is your role with the team, and what are you doing during practice? What are you doing during the games and stuff like that? Or do you help keep stats? Or are you sitting there feeding somebody at the ball? Or are you just sitting there talking and rambling? As y'all can see, you can't hear it on the radio, but when we do the podcast, when we do the video, you can see how everybody's nodding their head on what he does. So, in your opinion, and your words, Avery, what is your role this year with the basketball team since you can't play?
I feel like this is my role, right? Being like I'd say being able to talk in like a player's perspective on like what I see, because there's a lot of things that I see that sometimes are wrong. Sometimes, but most time it's just different than what Coach Ferg sees, because he sees it like as like a coach. I see it as like, oh, what like if I'm actually out there, what do I need to be doing, kind of thing, right? And so I feel like during this past summer, during practices and stuff, it finally kind of clicked for me. It'd be like what I'm supposed to do on the basketball court, and like even when I don't have the ball, defense and all that stuff, it just all kind of clicked for me. So now, like with that knowledge, I've kind of been able to try and like help out and like ease in everybody and be like, seeing if someone's not cutting, tell them they need to cut, be like better on defense where they're like slacking on defense, where they're slacking on offense without the ball and stuff like that. But then also kind of keep morale up, like, come on, let's go. And also like, I like poking fun at people. It's funny to me. So I kind of do that just to kind of keep it
during
light.
practice or during games or
Both.
His main target is Keelan.
Yeah, it is Keelan. But like Keelan, there's sometimes where I need to learn not to do that, because it does get him not in the right mindset. But it also sometimes it like there's always a little truth to it, what I'm saying. So like I feel like once you get past that, then it's like it's good. So like Keelan.
if you were playing, what position would you be playing?
Point guard.
If you were playing this year, what position
we're not
would
talking
you
about
be playing?
video. We're not talking about video game. We're talking about the real deal.
I'll be the big man.
You're down low.
Down low.
You what is like number 5? You're the 5.
I'm the 5.
So
The old days we call it the center. But
oh yeah, I'm the center. I'm handling the big guys, showing him his boss, kind of thing, pushing them around.
Before, and I know it happened during the middle of the football season, but before the knee injury, was you thinking about handling the big guys? You got guys coming in here. What's the biggest kid that you got that you've had to face?
Biggest kid I've had to face was probably
6'8",
6'10",
6'10",
6'10" from White House Heritage.
and so
Avery. Same name, same name.
Got walked by his elbow.
He was not the first.
You said tallest, Sean.
Tallest?
Yeah. Have you faced 6'10"? No. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Don't hear it.
We have Avery.
6'10", 260.
what So what is your strategy when you have somebody like that? Because you're not 6'10".
Yeah, my.
So what are you trying to do?
Should be in there.
A lot of the things is like they don't. Most people, most big men who play basketball, don't play football, so they don't have that football strength of actually being body to body with somebody, pushing up against them. So my thing is a lot of guys who I go up against are post scorers. So and most post scorers have a move that they want to go to. They have a spot that they want to go to. My job is kind of not letting them get to that spot. So last year against Station Camp, Seth, they had a big man named Seth. He liked to get at one spot, turn around the left shoulder, hook shot. And he was 60%, 50% from there. Like he averaging 20. That's what he liked. That's what he did, right? So my thing that game was like, don't let him get set up, rush his shot, make sure that he is not where he wants to be. Like he wants to be on the block, turn around that left shoulder, hook shot, right? So my thing is push him out a little bit. Don't let him get positioning close to the basket. And when he goes to turn around that left shoulder, be prepared just to be in his face, rush his shot, and he only had 6 points that game.
Make him go right-handed.
Yeah, exactly. Make him go where he doesn't want to go.
Right.
Just make it as uncomfortable as possible for them. So that's kind of my strategy going up against.
And when you
those
rebound to
basketball
shoot,
players.
don't take the ball to the floor before
Yeah.
you shoot.
Exactly.
It's playing against Avery also shooting to his elbow.
Okay. Hey, he was averaging 25. Only had like 14 that game, so I don't want to hear it.
In a block.
Okay.
Sean, with you, what position do you play, and what is your role on the team? And
Yeah.
how's it going so far this year with that?
I don't have like a really set position. You can put me anywhere. I'm just lucky to be out there if I get in, But yeah, I probably average about 2,000 claps a game on the bench. But if you put me in, I'm going full speed. I'm that guy. You need somebody to get a tech for you. I'll get that tech for you.
You're gonna take that foul.
Yeah, I'll take that foul.
You're gonna go. You're gonna get 4 fouls here in a couple minutes, and then go sit back down.
Hey, those people are needed sometimes,
Exactly.
and you got to do it right.
Like, I'll do
You don't
anything
want
you need me to do.
intentional fouls, even though you're intentionally fouling.
Yeah. Like if you need me to do something, I'll do it. But like I'm one of those players, But I'm lucky to get on the court if I get on the court,
The first time Sean touched the ball here, he walked.
Yeah. I got scared, Coach.
You got scared. What scared you?
Oh,
Miss
dude.
basketball.
I'm undersized, so on the court.
Just on the court?
Yeah, I feel like on the court.
You think he was okay size for football?
Yeah.
You feel like he was
because,
undersized there?
It ranges, because they'll be running back shorter than me out there, and then linebackers shorter than me. And I feel like
So what scared you? What did this guy do to scare you?
You double dipped, so you don't let them both melt in your mouth. Okay. Because earlier you said you did one at a time. Okay, so you do double dip. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm monitoring you. We're gonna call this the Avery way once I see it perfected.
So what scared you, Sean? What made you sit there and walk and not bounce the ball?
Well, there was a big man. Their Upperman's big man was like right in front of the goal, and I was sitting on the block wide open. Keelan had the ball at the free throw line. I'm like, Keelan.
He peed his pants.
Yeah, basically.
He caught the ball.
Keelan turned around way too late. Like I'm over here open for like.
Oh, so it was
basically 10
Keelan's
minutes.
fault, all right?
Yeah, it's Keelan's fault.
Okay.
I was open for like 10 minutes, and I'm just sitting. That's how long it felt, But he passed me the ball and low, and I was like, oh shoot, he's already here. Like when I got to him, and I saw Fergie in the corner. I was like, oh shoot, and I already started going up. So then I took a step trying to pass it to him to the corner, and it just didn't work out.
And you know what most people's deal when they're low post like that is? Just go fast. Sometimes you're going to eat the ball, sometimes you're not going to eat the ball. But if you go fast, your chances increase. And don't take the ball to the ground.
Well, I thought about pump faking, drawing that fell from, but then
You're gonna sit there and make him get up in the air and then lean into him?
Yeah, exactly.
You
You know,
you've been working on that move.
tad bit.
We'll see Tuesday night.
If I get in,
You'll get
probably see
in.
me on the bench for sure. Clapping.
I'll keep
know.
count of those claps. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get the
I need to get my
clap
stats
count.
in. Come on, coach.
Hey, I'll see what we can do. I mean, I hadn't done stats in several weeks, so.
Watch the bench and get stats. Come on, coach.
Do y'all watch film? Do y'all sit there and actually watch film, or?
We have
Well,
Yeah.
I know y'all got huddle because these guys get huddle. They get to watch your games and
But
stuff.
do you actually look at Huddle,
You know,
Coach Avery?
that's what I was.
When Nate shows me all the clips of him and doing all this, yes.
I did look at Huddle actually yesterday to find the clip of me hurting Ty Cobb, so that was pretty nice.
So, Will, with you, pull the mic to you. What is your position, and what is your role in the team as a junior?
So I'm Keelan's subber pretty much, but I feel like like going in before we like started playing basketball, I was gonna be more like a 4-5, subbing in for Avery and Keelan. Then Avery got hurt, so now I'm more of just a 5-man subber, and then I'll go in, foul trouble if we need, if Keelan needs a break, pretty much, but. Go doors. I'm more like, yeah, I'm not one to go in and go shoot a bunch of threes, go shoot a lot of shots. I'm kind of like just a role player pretty much. Like the big dude from Upperman, I went in, guarded him, didn't score on me, so
So you guys working on any zone defenses or anything?
not yet. Or have a little press, but that's not really too much zone. But no, not too much zone.
That would work really good for you if Coach Ferg pulls it out. You need to buy into it.
Guys, what's y'all's opinions on the games that you've played already, the teams that you've played already? What are some things that you could have done better to maybe win, and what is the one team so far that you've played that they're legit? It wasn't something that if we would have done this, it would have been different. They actually just came out and just beat us because they had a player or they had a system or something in place. In your opinion, um, we'll start with you, Avery, and come back around.
I'll say this. I don't think we've played nobody that we couldn't beat yet. I would say that, right? My thing is, like on defense, like right now we're just very lazy. Not that we're not giving effort. Sometimes we're just not giving effort. Other times we're just not paying attention to our man in the ball. Not having early help, and then also we're just not talking. And like talking is so important on the basketball court because we want to switch everything. But if you don't talk, you have late switches. Now they have free drive to the basket, layup, right? And then also just be early help a lot of times. Trust in the other four that once you help off your man, that they'll take your man. Now offensively, we're catching at the volleyball line. Trying to start offense, and that's just not going to work. You know, and like once you feel yourself drifting up, we need to start cutting instead of drifting up trying to catch the ball. Just cut, create space for someone else to fill, kind of thing. I think once we, I think once we figure out the offense and once we trust in each other on defense and talk a little bit more, I mean, sky's the limit, in my opinion.
Sean, what about you?
Um, it's what Avery said. It's some of the simple stuff like cutting and talking. But one of the things we're struggling with, I'd say, is probably rebounding. Um, our new coach Matt Warren, he said, offensive rebound it takes a chance away from the other team scoring. So if we continue to get more offensive rebounds, we'll still be in the lead. Um, and that's the one thing we're trying to get better at during these games, trying to meet that goals and just out rebound the other team. So I think that's one struggle, I guess, but also a thing that we have to keep on pushing towards.
Will?
I agree with both of them. I do believe that we haven't played a team yet that we just were worse than we just had no chance of beating. But I know against Whites Creek and against
Clarksville Northwest.
Northwest, those two teams we just couldn't rebound because when you have Keelan in there, he can grab 15, 20 boards a game if he wanted to. But then when you have two, three guys trying to leak out and not crashing boards, then and you play like a super athletic team like those two teams, then it's just they're gonna get so many offensive boards, putbacks, and that's I feel like rebound is the main thing. And then also when we're catching the volleyball line, there's like a 50% chance we're just gonna shoot that shot, and I feel like starting off the game with a lot of threes is not really the best move, but that's just my opinion.
Well, one thing too, you guys got to learn, and you will learn because Coach Ferg will make sure, is if your threes aren't hitting early, you got to go downhill and create points at the free throw line at the very worst. You know, the 3-point shot, you can live and die with it pretty quick. That doesn't mean don't come back to it later, but if it's not falling early. And the one thing last year that I think got you guys up more times than not is late in the game. Sometimes you would panic and start shooting threes more when you should have maybe gone downhill a little bit more and got closer shots, 15-foot jump shots, that kind of stuff, or got fouled. So hopefully this year you guys kind of work that out a little bit and not just sit back behind the arc and start chucking them when you get behind a little bit.
What's your all's thoughts so far of the season that you've had so far? And then what is a game that you're looking forward to that's coming up? Not as in next week, just down the road. It could be in January or February or whatever. What your thoughts so far of the season and what needs to be done to change to get you on the right track? And then what is a team that you're looking forward to playing for and for why? Is it the players that they have? Is it a rivalry that you want to get it, back at, or just, kind of elaborate on that if you can. You want to go, Will?
Uh, so I have two games that I really want to play. First off is Greenbrier, just because we went 0-2 against them last year, and I feel like we definitely should not have, because that was the only two district wins, and they're both against us. But so I'm ready to play them, and then I'm also ready to play Station Camp, because if you look like on our like leaderboard, we're at 5. Like out of the 6 teams, we're at 5, and Station Camp's at 1. But I feel like Station Camp lost a lot of players, and I mean we didn't lose a whole lot of. I mean we lost Skylar and Jay, who were good role players, and then losing to Avery sucks. But I feel like we kept a lot of the main core guys, so I feel like we're kind of getting a little disrespected. But those are two games I'm ready to play, definitely.
Sean?
Disrespect is good.
I'd have to say White's Creek again because I think we're playing them in the Christmas tournament or somewhere around then. I just like their pace of play. They're down in the court and back the entire game, and we didn't really get to see their true potential, I guess, because one of their players got ejected the game before, so we didn't get to face him. Um, so I'd really just like to see how we match up against them because we matched up pretty well uh, throughout the game, and then they came out on top, but I feel like we can win that game if we do all the parts right and just succeed in that. But I think be a good matchup and test to see how we go further on into the state tournament and stuff like that. So,
Um, what is it called? I really don't have like a team that I'm ready like wanted to watch like play against us like wanted to play against. But if I had to pick one, I'd also pick Whites Creek, just because they have a player on their team that he's wearing some Converses as basketball shoes, and I've never seen that before. Like last time I saw that, like watching an old documentary about like Wilt Chamberlain.
What position did he play?
He was a guard.
Was he?
He was like Sean's build a little bit shorter, but he was wearing some Converse basketball shoes.
That'd be interesting.
Never seen that.
14.
Yeah, it was 14.
I grew up
I was
having to
like,
wear Converse
yeah,
basketball.
I was like, man.
Or kids. Kids used to be hot back in the day.
Mhm.
There was an alternative to like Nike and Adidas or something.
So I just want to see them again. They actually look pretty cool. I was like, I liked it because it's different than what everybody else is wearing. So I was like, I like seeing that.
I just thought the technology's left them behind.
Yeah.
So maybe it hasn't. I don't know.
Yeah, first time I've seen.
Nobody sweeps the floors anymore, so maybe I don't
Mhm.
know what's
Yeah.
going on about that.
So that, and then What was the second question?
The
Yeah,
season so far.
so far in the season.
Yeah, the season.
I
What do you think?
I think we've grown a lot mentally, but also we just have a lot of little things that we just need to pick up on, and once we pick up on those, we're gonna be a good team.
Do I do want to also answer that second question? I was trying to think of it, but I forgot. Yeah. Coach Ferg's a big guy of not scheduling easy wins, and he wants to play. He wants us to play. He wants us to play Upper Min. He wants us to play Watch Creek, Hendersonville. These good teams that we can learn from, and that we like type of teams we might see. Later on in the playoffs, assuming we make it there. Um, so he's a big guy of not just scheduling these easy games that we can just blow out. So
Um, what's
I'm glad I don't have to work with him every day. That's all I know.
what's the
He would drive me nuts.
if you had to
And he
sit
had his
there,
own little office with a key on the outside.
if you had to send a message to the team, what's your message to the team so far right now?
Um, talked about everything. Everything.
Talking about on the
Vocally.
bench,
On
on the floor,
Yeah.
during practice.
You you practice like you play.
Yeah.
We need to talk in practice. We need to be vocal during practice, lead during practice. As a team, everybody's equals, but we also need to hold each other up. So talk, lead during practice so it can transition onto the court.
I think I've heard that before.
Learn from the best.
I'd say probably take criticism not as hate, but as something to get better at.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some of our players, me in general, like I don't like criticism. I feel like I'm being hated on, sometimes. But like, especially by Avery. But I feel like if we take criticism, can't stand y'all right now. But that criticism, I feel like we need to take into account, and if we really take it to heart, like we'll get better as a team. But Avery, cut it out, bro.
My fault.
Holy.
I feel like I don't really have a message really, but I feel like just playing as a team, playing as one, I feel like that would be better. Just trusting on each other, relying, and just trusting that we'll be together.
So, what do you think about your new realignment of your new district this year? Teams in it, not in it, things like that. Who would you think coming in? What would be your ranking of who's the best, who's not the best, that kind of thing?
My opinion on who's the best, who's not the best.
And I know you're going to say you, so we'll go past Portland. Other than Portland, who's the next? Who's the teams do you think is going to make a run at it?
Liberty Creek. I think it goes Liberty Creek. I'm gonna say probably Station Camp, and then Springfield, and then the other two I think. White House Greenbrier. I think it's up in there because I don't know really what Greenbrier has. I mean, they beat us twice, and we were.
Yeah, that was such a fluke.
Yeah, that's.
It was the weirdest thing ever last year.
But then White House.
So you think White House is down? Everybody leave?
I think
They still get that tall kid, don't they? The guy.
But I feel like he's kind of like their only guy that they have. They have one other dude who's like a straight shooter, but I'm not really scared of him much. I'm more scared of Lewis because he can create his own shot, create other shots, just by being big in the paint.
I liked their point guard last year. He was pretty dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So he graduated. He was senior.
Yes, sir. But I think that's kind of how my list goes, and then depending on us is where we place in between them at the end of the season.
Maybe you, Sean, what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you this. Coach Fergan, his wife Dana, they printed out a poster or a big old screenshot of us being ranked number 5 in the district above Greenbrier, and we highlighted our.
So you're really you were preseason 5?
Yep, and so we
I don't see that.
Yep.
I can maybe see Station Campus 1. I don't know what they've got coming back from last year. I know they had one kid that could score a lot, but with as much depth as you got, I mean, last year we were a pretty junior-oriented class, and I thought we were a pretty decent team. We were in a lot of ball games. I wouldn't have picked you that far down. There's no way.
Well, we have that big old poster in our locker room now. So
Yeah, I would
it's
definitely
on the
want to see
door.
that every day.
It's on the door. We see it every day. Every day we come into practice. Every time we leave practice. So I think I'm gonna have to keep us at 5 right now. That way we can just keep on working towards it and keep it in our minds that they got us ranked low. So we gotta prove them wrong.
That kind of stuff's good. The disrespect it just makes you work harder.
Yep. So
The number one picking it
Mhm.
ranking coming into the season's a curse.
I've been living with that for 4 years now. Standing next to this guy, always hates on me.
Hey, you deserve the hate. You get too cocky sometimes, but
It's called confidence.
no.
Gotta have it at times.
Yeah, speaking about that poster that Sean was talking about, they also had said that we have some guy returning that just a made up name. They were like, we have. Do you remember the name?
No.
It was.
I don't know what he's talking about.
They were in that meeting that you were in.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Coach Ferg after practice when he was talking about the poster, he was saying how they said like I think it was Keelan and Nate. They said those two names, and then they said some random name. I could just be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember that.
Random names are cool. That's good motivational stuff where they don't even know who you are.
Mhm.
So I don't think I don't know. I like Sean's mentality. How we just need to say we're 5 and focus on
Yeah, that's always the best way.
proving we're not.
Guys, who right now have shown leadership on the team? Who's your leader so far? Either in practice or on the floor during games. You know, who would you say is your leaders that people will listen to? And not because he's the guy with the ball, not because of that, just someone who in practice can sit there and go, hey guys, let's settle down, let's get going, type of thing. You've had 2 or 3 like that, and during football, who is it for basketball for y'all, in your opinion?
I'd say we got some fake leaders, like fake leadership, But I also
That
say
stuff
that.
drives me nuts too.
But I'd say that there's one man, and it's the same in football as it is in basketball. If he says something, I mean, people listen. It's not Glaze. It is what it is. Keelan. If Keelan says something, you're gonna listen because he doesn't say much stuff much often. But when he says something, he means it.
Yeah.
Like he's gotten like emotions wise, like since freshman year, he's a lot tamer. He knows he's better at controlling it. It takes a lot more to poke at him than it used to, right?
Yep.
But he doesn't want to lead. So when he takes initiative to lead, it means something.
It's good that you can see that, though. It's good that you can tell from his freshman year to now that he has matured into that type of person, whatever what he's doing. But yeah, you're right. He was one that it was really easy to get to him, get him emotionally, and he's off his game, whether it's football, basketball, or whatever it was. And now it's a whole lot harder. He shows his emotions and everything, so he's given everything he's got. But it's nice to also see that y'all look up to him to win. And it's going to be, he's not going to do it every day. He's not there every day clapping, oh, come on, guys, we got to go. Like you said, it's not the fake leaders. He's not going to say nothing until it's time to say something. And it's going to be normally either probably in practice where you've had 2 or 3 games that you have not played well, and he's going to let it go. As in, he's finally going to sit there and go off on the players, and or in a game where it's going to sit there and everybody's going to look and wait for someone to do something. And that's when he steps up. So, like you said, he's kind of a quiet leader. He's not every day rah rah type of guy. He just plays his game, but he has shown a lot of maturity from being a freshman up to his senior year. I can agree with that there.
How about you? Who's
I agree with the Keelan statement, but I don't know if it's leadership or not. But I like when Nate just says what he's thinking. Like he's not afraid to just tell you, hey, you're being dumb right now, or hey, that's just a stupid thing. Like don't rush it. Like you're rushing the ball too much. Like he straight up said a few choice words to Evan just the other day. And Evan made a fancy pass and got a turnover, but yeah, he's just not afraid to just tell you what's going on and that you're being dumb.
Is he
I like
good with
that.
people telling him he's done when he is, though?
Oh,
To me, that's a good leader. Is a leader who will
He'll-
tell others, but he's got to take it back too.
he can.
Because no one's perfect on the team, right?
Yeah, he can take it though when he gets criticized. So
That's good. That's important.
yeah.
You ever heard of Coach K? Duke. You know who he said the leader of his teams always are? Him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Mhm.
So he said he never put it on. Sometimes coaches put it on the kids, like you guys got to be leaders. We're not winning because you're not a leader. And Coach K said he never would put that on his kids. He always said, "I'm the leader. If you follow me." Now you got maturity, right? Like in football, I've seen where you led a lot, but you really wasn't anybody's kind of face as far as I could see. But you were very motivational. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's the kind of leaders I like. Is that kind of stuff too. Coach K had a lot of success
He did.
and a lot of great players.
I know. Will, I'll call you out on this one here. Will, no,
Want to get away?
Will was a leader when Avery went down. Will had to step up during football, and it got to a point where we would talk as coaches where we was like, we don't need everybody doesn't need a wristband anymore for the calls. We just need one or two of them to have calls because Will was playing quarterback out there as a defensive end because he'd get the call and he'd turn around and he'd tell everybody as if he was on offense, getting the play and then going into the huddle telling everybody. So I really did enjoy having Will, out there to where he could take the responsibility, get everybody the call that needed to be done. And then that way, everybody knew what was going on because it was so hard to get y'all to look at us, look at the coaches to the sidelines, get the call, or for whatever was going on. So to have someone like that, I can see you maybe not this year or maybe later on this year as your role progresses, but next year definitely I can see you doing that because you don't mind taking that responsibility if you know what's going on. You're a student of the game. No matter what you're doing, you're going to sit there and learn what you got to do. And so then, as you go forward, if you need someone to take control on the court, I can see you. Even if you're playing down low, you can still sit there and you kind of know what's going on. And so um, I can see that aspect in you coming out next year. But this year, who's the one that you think? I know I interrupted you there, but um, who is the leader on the team so far, in your opinion, and why?
I agree with both Avery and Sean. I feel like Keelan's more of a silent leader, and like he doesn't like. I feel like everyone on the team respects him, and everyone like knows whenever he's gonna say something that's he's usually right and whatever. But Nate's more vocal. He's more like, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's get the energy up. Let's do this. And he's more like, louder. And so I like the combo of them too, because they're very good friends also. But Keelan's more quiet and Nate's more loud. So, and I like the combo of them too.
Guys, you're gonna have a full house Tuesday night, your first home game. Um, People are coming to come watch. People are going to listen. Jeez, you know when he plays. he, he was their leader on defense, so no wonder. So let the people know what they're going to see come Tuesday night. What type of offense do y'all run? What type of defense do y'all run? And then in that aspect also, what is your favorite offensive player, favorite defense to run, in your opinion, and why? So
You're just asking us to tell everything.
yeah, they got film. Other teams got film.
That is. And we already played Hendersonville once. But defensive wise, we're very man. We're not a big old sitting zone team. We're more of a man, you know. And instead of sitting in gaps and playing like gaps, we were more up on the ball and deny, trying to get those like steals and get fast breaks and get the crowd up. So uh, we're more like I I would say we're more high intense, going for steals, and sometimes we shouldn't, but we're more gambling, going for steals and all that. Offense, I don't really feel like I have a favorite set play. I just like when we're in motion, just and when we're cutting, moving the ball, and we're just like playing as a team and not being selfish or nothing like that. That's my favorite offense.
Sean.
I'd have to agree on the offensive part with the emotion. I like moving around. I like confusing the defense, moving the ball. Defense. Um, we haven't really ran zone much, or at all really. But I liked press or press break, and pressing the ball, down the court. But defense wise, I like man. It keeps you one on one. Really shows you your footwork and how you can stay in front of the man. And then the help. I really like help. Another man dropping down to help when someone's driving baseline. So
Yeah, is that your
Kinda-
favorite?
It helps me out a lot. That way I don't really get like posterized or something.
I'm just telling you guys, if
Poster
Coach Ferg,
Or mushroom
Coach
stamped is what Coach Ferg likes.
if Coach Ferg pulls out a zone, you guys better buy into it because you've got the perfect athletes to run a fantastic zone. So if he does, don't go, oh, don't you think we're going to play man to man? That ain't what he's saying. He's just giving you a different option to put pressure on the other team. Because you know what? Once you get a team that can beat you dribble penetration, they're going to beat you dribble penetration all day long. If you throw zones at them, you can just get them out of their rhythm. And that's what a zone's for. Your group of athletes, you guys, would be an absolute phenomenal zone team. So if he brings it out, don't forget to not get mad. Just buy into it. He knows what he's doing.
All right, so we're saying defense we run, offense we run, and then what we like.
What is the crowd going to see? Because they've not got to see you play. If
Just
they
tell
did,
us how you eat
No, they
Doritos.
won't see it.
huh?
They won't see it.
Well, I understand that.
But he's the coach.
I'm
Tell us what you're
talking. I'm
coaching.
talking the team.
Yeah.
The team. What is the fans are going to see when they come Tuesday night? Because they didn't go to Hendersonville, they didn't go to Gallatin, they didn't go to Mount Juliet. Okay, so you've played away so far to begin the season. This is the first home game.
Mhm.
You got people who didn't travel, so now it's more than just mom and dad. Okay, you actually got fans in the stands. Okay, what are they going to see from the boys varsity Panthers?
Uh,
Are they running and gunning? Are they shooting threes from half court? Are they, are they doing logo threes there? Are they crashing inside? Are they banging hard inside? What are y'all doing?
so I'd say this is what we're gonna see probably Friday, Tuesday, or like this coming week. I'd say defensively we're gonna run man. That's just what we do. Um, we haven't implemented a zone, but I know last year we started implementing zones. So just depending on the week, who we play. But we're gonna go man. We're gonna gamble a lot, especially when we don't need to. But when it works,
Is that Coach Ferg's call? Or is that your all's call?
Well, I would
that
think when you say we don't need to, it's your call.
yeah. My opinion, this is what I like. I like man, and I like us staying safe, playing our guy, being in help, stuff like that, right? I don't like the gambling thing because my thing, I'll help when you need help, but if you just purposely like jump out there trying to intercept the pass and you miss, and now I gotta help off my man,
Then your man's wide
and
open.
exactly. And most of the time when people gamble and they mess up, they don't get back. They just
They turn around and watch.
Right. And
yeah, they turn around and watch.
when a 4-5 guy gives help, that the other guy, your ex guy you were guarding, is right in the go. So that
Exactly.
can, if you got a good driving team, they can tear you up with that
Exactly.
stuff.
That's my thing. Like gambling is good in the right moments, and if you mess up, get back and actually get back on defense. That's my thing. But we're gonna gamble, right? And it's gonna work sometimes. It's not gonna work, and it's gonna lead to easy buckets. I mean, that's what I've seen during these past couple games. We've gambled, haven't gotten back, didn't recover, easy buckets, right? But when we play sound defense and we talk through screens, all that stuff, and we play sound defense, it is hard to score on us. Because, like you said, we have athletes that can recover to their man, close out, all that stuff. Make it hard shots that they're shooting. Offensively, you're going to see a lot of threes. I think you're going to see we're going to be stale a lot, not moving around on offense because we just haven't we're just not comfortable with it yet. We're gonna catch it at the volleyball line a lot. When we need to cut, create space, I think you're gonna see threes. You're gonna see a little bit of backdoor cuts, and then attacking the basket. We attack the basket
And
a lot better than we did last year, I'd say.
throw it to Keelan down low and then kids.
Yeah, that's realistically what you're gonna see, in my opinion.
What is when you were playing? What was your favorite play, offensive play?
What was my favorite play? We called it blind pig. Called it the blind pig.
I don't think we ever had a play called.
Oh, it's called KG.
Oh, yeah, I was.
It's called KG. Can't tell you what it stands for, but it's a two-man action.
Where did you get blind pig at?
Oh, it's a type of cut. It's a type of cut, right? So they feed me at the elbow, right? And it's a two-man action. So that whoever feeds me come across, and they set a screen on the guy in the corner, right? So either the guy in the corner can be like, I don't want to take the screen, and he cuts, and I can dump it down to him. He can wrap, dump it down to him, and then that guy who set the screen pops up to me. Or he says, flare or whatever, and I can either pass it to him or the guy who screens cuts. And it's like two-man action. Like
It's just 2-on-2. You just make
they're
the court
they're
2-on-2.
reading the guys on them to cut. I can either feed it down low for an easy layup, or throw it to the guy with a shot. If he doesn't have a shot, I can come screen him, and now we have a screening action. I'll roll. He gets a paint touch, maybe kicks it out to a shooter, or goes down to me. Finish at the rim. I'm not breaking no layups. It's not. I wasn't gonna do it this year.
Can you dunk?
Could. Messed
Don't
up the
try
knee.
right now.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna try it now, but I was up there. Hey, I'm telling everybody online, I was up there.
Sean, when you get in, other than taking fouls, do you have an offensive play that you like to run?
Not really. You know, I mean, if I can remember the play.
If I can remember.
No. I can remember some plays though. I probably my favorite play right now is probably 50, because I just like it. Everyone just comes in, and then what?
Okay.
What, you got a problem?
No, I don't got a problem. It's the only play we know. That's why he
No,
likes
it's
it.
50, or we got a play called Memphis. I like Memphis.
I would think Memphis would just be whining because UT dunked on you or something. Sorry.
Well, it keeps me up top. I don't
All right.
It doesn't. It doesn't have to get down low in the big guys, huh?
Yeah, I'll go down there if I need to, but you see a mushroom sack right on my forehead.
You're gonna sit there and elbow those sides. Will, do you have a favorite offensive play?
I don't really have a favorite set play. I just like 5 out and just cutting. But if I had to pick a favorite play, I don't really have one. Actually.
Don't have one.
I just like
KG. That's
Yeah,
perfect play
yeah,
right there.
KG.
What
Love KG.
let me ask you this. I know y'all run a lot of man defense. What is it about the zone that you don't like? Or why would you rather run man than zone?
I don't really know if this is the reason, but I do know it's like brought up a lot of times in zone. When you're in zone and you don't have that set man to guard, it's really hard to box out, because when you're in a zone, you don't you just want to turn your back. Like if a shot goes up, you just want to turn your back and try to grab a rebound, and people can just cut anywhere and just get free offensive rebounds. So I don't really know if that's the main reason, but I do know that is a reason that is brought up sometimes. But I feel like we just like we're a team that all 5 guys can guard all 5 guys on the other team. So we can just switch everything and just guard one-on-one, and I think that's what Coach Ferg's most comfortable with, and that's what we like as well. So
Avery?
My thing is, it's just a personal reason for me. I love defense, whether it be football defense or basketball defense. I just love defense, and I love mano a mano. I'm a guard you. You're not gonna score on me, kind of thing. Well, I just like me on you. I take it as a pride thing. Like, you're not gonna score on me. I'm not gonna let you score on me. And this was like my warm up for every game, like walkthroughs and stuff. I'd spend like 30 minutes, me, Evan, and Tristan, and we'd run one-on-one, like a one-on-one game, king of the court, basically, kind of. But I'm just defense. Like, I'm not even touching the ball in offense. I'm literally just playing defense against them, trying to get 2 stops in a row. That's a point for me, right? If they both score on me, that's a point for them, kind of thing. And if we cancel out, then it's nothing. But I just do that. I just like one-on-one defense, in my opinion. Whether I be out on the perimeter or in the interior, I just like that a lot more.
I always just sit after I shot a lot. I would just sit down and I'll just watch them play. So I did watch them do that.
Put them in boxes.
Okay, more questions, Coach.
No, I'm good. Who's going to win Tennessee Vandy game today? What's the score? What's going to be the score?
It's going to be Vanderbilt.
24-21.
I'm feeling more 31-24.
Ooh, I'm thinking this.
It's either a high scoring game or it's not.
I'm thinking it's 14-17 at half, right?
Who's
Tennessee.
winning at halftime? Okay.
And I think Dale probably does pull something out of his butt, and it's 21-35.
Who wins?
Vanderbilt.
Well, you had it 17 with UT, and then they ended with 21. That's 4 points.
Two safeties.
Your math.
Two safeties.
Two safeties.
Yeah.
No.
He can't math, and he needs AI. We're not going to have a very good Navy in about 5-6 years.
What do you mean?
No, that's why you go there, is to get all that worked out.
I go there to learn.
Yes. It just may be saying what you've learned so far is what's to get it.
24.
Now, if Vanderbilt could play defense like Oklahoma, then y'all will have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I think it's going to be a close game. Mm-hmm. I think you're going to have a lot of smack talking at first.
My thing is, I don't think Tennessee is. Aguilar's a lot better than Lamavea, right? Nico. I forgot the last name, Nico. But I don't think he's that much better, in my opinion. I don't think he's that much better. Hey, Nico beat Penn State.
Who hasn't beat Penn State? Remember, they just fired their coach. You normally don't fire your coach if you're winning.
I'm just kidding.
One thing you got to keep in mind about Tennessee, though, is they lost their starting quarterback after spring practice. Regardless if the kid's better now or not, just having that happen to you is tough. They've got 2 cornerbacks that are going to be, one's a first-round pick, whether it's a second-round pick, hurt for most of all the year. Then they had a flame out with Boo Carter thinking he's better than he is and doing a no-show this year. So, for them just to overcome that is totally amazing that they're at the record that they're at right now.
Mm-hmm. No excuses for when they lose.
No, we're going to win, just like we beat Florida last week. And the same thing about Coach Miguel here. I never heard him say anything about Oklahoma until I said Oklahoma's going to beat Tennessee. Coach Miguel. Never said all year long, didn't say a word about Oklahoma, that they stunk. And then the Tennessee, right before, you guys don't listen to our Saturday show, do you? It's okay. We love you. But anyway,
all I'm saying
but right before Tennessee played Oklahoma, did I not say Oklahoma was going to win? And why? Because their defense. And I knew we would play into their defense. When you got a defense that strong as an offense, even when you're clicking at certain points, there's some things that you don't do under any circumstances. You don't get blind into taking deep shots when they're not there. They had that covered. Well, we did. We had success early, and then we got blind into thinking that we were going to do like we did Kentucky. Everybody beats Kentucky the way Kentucky stinks. But I knew going into that game that we would play into their hands defensively. And then they got a quarterback that can't throw, but he runs pretty good. So that hurts a team. But I told now Coach Miguel's for him. He likes him again. He's always for him.
He's always for him. I just don't talk trash like everybody else.
Yeah, but after that game, he started wearing his OU hat around. So we're good. And they won the game. They won the ball game. They deserved it.
My football season's done, so I take the P off and I put on my hat that I normally wear. So
I do want to say this. I think a Tennessee player will get ejected for targeting, trying to hit Diego Papia.
I don't think so, because you don't have to run that hard to get him. Fast, out of control to get to him. They might do one of their other guys that's a good athlete.
It's going to be like to the ground, and one of them is going to try to come in full steam and just.
Kind of like the NFL game. Did you see that the other night where the guy gets hit below the belt?
No, I did not see that.
So was it a Thursday night game? No, it was a Monday night. It's a Monday night game. It was had a receiver come in to the pile, had a DB come up and just uppercuts him right below the belt.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
did see
God.
that.
And they caught it on film.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So then when the game was over, they go to shake hands, and the guy that got hit sits there and throws a right cross after the game and everything. They had to be separated. Well, the guy who threw the uppercut, the dirty shot, he got suspended a game. So he's suspended
I
again.
thought you got hit once in a cheap shot this year. It
Uh,
looked to me like you did. I don't know. From
DA
my
against
angle,
DA, yeah.
from my angle, it looked like someone really cheap shot at you really bad. I was kind of PO'd.
Well, normally you don't see
Um,
Sean showing any emotion, but when he kicks the guy to try to get up and get going,
Coach, I'm gonna be. I played dirty there. Like every time I was getting up, I was hand in the neck. It was.
It's
I
not
think
dirty.
y'all are overreacting.
The way I was doing it got pretty dirty.
Did it?
Because they were playing dirty against me. It's like keep playing dirty against me. I don't. Like
You're just retaliating, which is nothing wrong with that,
Yeah,
right?
but
You
I'm
can't
not-
take it and take
I'm
it and take
normally
it.
not a retaliator. That's the thing. I keep it humble, you know.
But that play, I just couldn't. I just said, I mean, you could see it from up in the booth. I said, holy cow, he just got.
I just think I might be the opposite end of things, but I don't say nothing. I usually don't say nothing during games at all, and nothing happens to me. I think y'all are just a bunch of trash talkers.
I don't trash talk.
I think y'all are a bunch of trash
with the other
talkers.
team. I mean, like I have conversations like mid play.
different.
Right.
Team. I'm like, hey, how you doing, bro? He's like, I'm doing.
I was
good.
gonna say that's one thing you did see Sean at the end of the game when everybody you're trying to corral Sharklet or Keelan or whatever.
Yeah, he's a good sport for sure.
Sean's the one that's over there in the midst of the whole other team, shaking hands and joking and everything. So that's one thing that you see Sean normally has good sportsmanship during the game. Um, so, but we're here at the end. I want to do one more shout out, and that's to Coach Colin Lambert, who was our secondary coach this year on the football team. He also is a personal fitness trainer. Uh, Back in the summer, he won um, uh, Middle Tennessee, one of the Middle Tennessee personal trainers awards, and then that made him a finalist here a couple weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe. But he ended up winning the personal trainer of the year for 2025 for Middle Tennessee.
Dang.
So I want to say congratulations to Coach Lambert and 615 Freedom Fitness over there, is where he trains at. He's been in personal training for a year now. Went into it, and it's a passion that he loves. He loves working out. He loves having kids come in and work with them, make everybody stronger. And he does adults, he does kids, and all that. But just want to say congratulations to him for winning personal trainer of the year. And it wasn't just Sumner County. He actually was going against someone from Springfield over in Robertson County, somewhere else in Nashville. So it was a bunch of people that he had to go against, and he got voted. I don't know who votes. The people voted. You had to go online and vote. But anyway, he ended up winning Middle Tennessee Personal Trainer of the Year for 2025. So congratulations, Coach Lambert.
And
Guys,
also
ahead.
apologize for the delay on getting on the stream. The video replay will be the whole thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as far as the audio stuff, there was a delay. Got a new computer, had a few little things had to work out. Going to this week do a test run just to see. We had some echo on the mics. I'm not sure what that's all about, but we may do a test 3-minute video out or audio out. So don't be freaked out when it comes and goes. And we're going to be trying to work out your signing Wednesday, right, at 1:30. So we got to work out the particulars because I'm going to come to that. I either going to take this tablet and we're going to use it, but I'm going to try to go live with it because I know Kyle's got to work. And are you going to be there?
I'll be there.
Okay, so we'll try to get it. I think I can do it over my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get
probably
that,
could.
and then I got to bug out and get to Chattanooga. So we're going to put you first because you're the most important, and then so bear with us on that. But I think we're going to try to stream it on a phone because I know I can do it right off this with no problem. So Sean, if you're there, I'll use your back to let it lay on so we don't have any bouncing.
We could do it on the tablet because we got YouTube down there now loaded, and it's paired with that, so we could actually do it off the tablet. If
Okay,
we had to.
that's what we'll do. We'll make sure we take that with us tonight so we can have it ready. But we're going to be there 1:15 to get that covered,
Yes, sir.
and that'll be fun.
Appreciate it.
But guys, I appreciate y'all coming. Again, we had Senior Avery Hughes, Senior Sean Sebring, Junior Will Caudle with us, talking a little football, a little basketball, and everything. For Kyle Eden, Coach John Thayer, I'm Coach A. Thank you again for listening in to Off the Rails Sports Saturday on the new Portland Sports Network, and we'll see you next week.